This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning for April 13, 2023, policeman before court on murder and shooting with intent charges. A police corporal who has been charged for the 2022 murder of a man and the injury of another in St. Catherine was on Wednesday granted $500,000 bail in the St. Catherine Parish Court. Corporal Dion Carr is charged with murder and shooting with intent. The charges stem from the August 19, 2022 fatal shooting of Tajay Smith and the shooting with intent of another man in Greendale, St. Catherine, while he was off duty. Carr was charged following an investigation by the Independent Commission of Investigations and a ruling by the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. The matter has been transferred to the Parish Court Division of the Gun Court in Halfway Tree for mention on May 5. Suspended firemen fined and reinstated. The 5 firemen who were suspended in May last year for breaches of the fire brigade regulations have been fined and ordered by the 3-member tribunal to resume work on Wednesday. 4 of the men were present at the hearing on Tuesday, but 1 was unable to attend because he is overseas. They were on suspension with half pay since May last year. The tribunal ruled that they were to get back all outstanding allowances and the balances of their salaries. The 28-day suspension was imposed on each of the men in addition to fines of 50% of a month's salary for the charges brought against them. Following submissions from attorneys at law Courtney M. Williams and Candice Walker, the tribunal agreed that the 28 days were deemed to have already been served, commencing May 17 last year when they were suspended. Glowing tributes by the firefighters' superior officers assisted the tribunal in coming to its decision, Williams said. The firefighters were suspended for protesting over their working conditions. Firefighter Leah Bennett, who came to the public attention last month when he climbed atop the Halfway Tree Transport Center to protest the working conditions, returned to work last week. He faced disciplinary proceedings arising from his suspension in May last year for staging a one-man protest in front of the fire brigade headquarters over the 24-hour shift arrangement. He was on suspension with half pay and faced 2 charges. Several charges were subsequently added. The tribunal referred to Bennett's 18 years of excellent service and ruled that it was not considering anything he did after he was suspended on May 3 last year. Bennett had all salaries and allowances returned to him. However, the tribunal demoted Bennett from sergeant to corporal. St. Andrew South police recover 2 stolen motor vehicles and a firearm seized. 2 men are now in custody after the St. Andrew South police recovered 2 stolen motor vehicles and seized a firearm on Wednesday morning. Deputy Superintendent of Police Coleridge Minto said the gun was found along Crescent Road off Spanish Town Road, while the vehicles were recovered in the Doheny Park vicinity. As recent as this morning, 2 stolen motor cars were recovered in the Zone 3 area of the Doheny Park space. 1 person was held in that operation. We also recovered another firearm at 1 a.m. and was held for that incident, Minto told the news on Wednesday. And so we continue with our operations, and I want to commend the officers who are on the ground, particularly in this space, and so the officers have to rely on their tactical maneuver in order to be able to be the victors in this fight against these criminals, added Minto. He also stated that over a 3-week period, the St. Andrew South Police seized 3 firearms in the Seaview Gardens area. 1 person has been charged for one of the incidents, while investigations will continue for the other 2 cases, said Minto. Man accused of breaking elderly man's foot prepares for trial. A man who allegedly attacked an elderly man by throwing a stone at him and breaking one of his legs after accusing him of trespassing on his farm is preparing to go to trial. Anthony Roseway was initially charged with assault occasioning grievous bodily harm, but the charge was reduced to assault occasioning bodily harm when the case was heard by sitting parish judge Sasha Marie Smith Ashley on Wednesday. During the sitting, the court was told that the parties had known each other their entire lives. Allegations are that on February 24, the complainant was going about his business when he encountered Roseway, who asked him about him going on his farm. An argument ensued and Roseway allegedly threw a stone at the elderly man, breaking his right foot. Roseway added that there were concerns about the complainant going on his farm despite his warnings. In light of the accused man's claims, Smith Ashley concluded that the case was appropriate for mediation and temporarily deferred the case to allow the parties to speak with a mediator who was present in court. When the case was revisited, the court was informed that the parties had failed to reach an amicable settlement, causing the judge to place the matter on the trial list. "Sir, because you never sought it out through mediation and the accused is saying he is not guilty, the matter will have to be tried, but we are not ready yet because the doctor's certificate is not ready," the judge told the complainant. The judge then scheduled the case for mention on May 18, anticipating that the doctor's certificate would be made available to the court. Roseway's bail was extended. JTA wants a quick action on fixing anomalies in compensation review scheme. The Jamaica Teachers Association has issued a call for the promised technical committee to address anomalies in the current compensation review to be urgently established. JTA President Lysandra Harrison says that the committee should be put in place ahead of another pay cycle due at the end of this month. She argues that the several unresolved issues under the compensation review package could be compounded if the Ministry of Finance fails to activate the committee in short order. The JTA president also continues to bemoan the hardships being experienced by some teachers who are still without their March salary.
I think the time is now. It should have been activated immediately, given the number of anomalies that we see surfacing. And so it is important for that facility to come on stream like yesterday. I would have so articulated that I've asked the Secretary General to write to the Ministry of Finance asking that body be established where the representatives from JTA, Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Education come and sit at the table, because there are too many anomalies. I can't recall any other grouping of professionals that have to be struggling and coming to labor. Their representatives come to labor in the media daily to advocate for these salaries. Persons work. This is not slavery. Once you have done your fair day's work, you ought to get your fair day's pay. So I cannot understand on one teacher not paid is still one too many, and it's not that we get millions so we have it saved up in the bank and we can go access our savings and then we live until we get the pay. We do not have it.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.